What's up, replay viewers? Replay viewers, let's see who tunes on in. JC Droid, first one in the room, and Lisa UK Girl, welcome. Good to see you. Robinson Lopes and RJ's in Colorado, welcome. Good to see you, Lee. And the ABX Girl, welcome. Good to see you, Jair's Urban Adventures out there in San Antonio, and Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls. Good to see you. Dan Lee's in London, and Sally Skipico, welcome. Good to see you, the Investigator, and Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead Warrior in Hudson Valley, welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Good to see you, Carlos. Welcome. Welcome to Prospect Park, where it's definitely a scene. Good to see you, James Vegas. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Will we get a sunset? Well, stay tuned and find out. Good to see you, Neville. Welcome. 32 likes in the box, 51 people watching. Let's get to 50 likes. And we'll activate the legs. We're going to do around 13,000 steps today. Amanda Osborne's checking on in. Good evening, Amanda. And good to see you, Liz Ellie. Aloha. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. A great Sunday. Or Monday if you're out there in Australia and New Zealand and Japan and all that good stuff. Bienvenue, Nebul. Bienvenue. Everybody follow Nebul, a great live streamer from the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Nebul. Everyone give him a follow. Good to see you, Janine. Welcome. The Duchess is not with me. She is watching at home. So, but good to see everybody. Good to see you, John Burke. Welcome. 10 more likes and you'll activate the legs. Welcome to Lake Prospect Park. Or the Prospect Park Lake. I don't know which one you call it. I think it's Lake Prospect Park. But good to see you, John Burke, Creative Moments Media, welcome. And Guy Heyman, driving those roads of America. Good to see you, Guy Heyman, welcome. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday, a great Sunday. Good to see you there, Mark Freeman, welcome. And Nebul, bienvenue. And Ramona. Ramona is here in New York. Welcome to the city, Ramona. Unfortunately, tomorrow the weather is not looking that great, but we'll talk about that later on once we get walking. It's either Lake Prospect or the Prospect Park Lake. I don't know which one it is. But it is beautiful. We've got the sun coming in and out. Coney Island's in a fog. So there's a solid fog bank over Coney Island right now. But we're going to make our way down to the promenade where we were yesterday just to check out sunset. That is the idea today. Timeless view. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, Julio Vallejo. Welcome. And before we start, I might as well show Nebul's favorite graphic, the top 10 largest parks in New York City. Good to see you, Susan Ingalls. Welcome. Prospect Park coming in 11th place at 526 acres. We got 50 likes, people. Let's do it. Let's do, what's it again, 14,000 steps? We're going to do 14,000 steps today. We're starting here at the Lakeside Lafrac Center there. That's where the ice skating rink is, and right now they have roller rink. They got the DJ playing. It's a scene out here. The Smorgasbord is wrapping up here in Prospect Park. It's a scene out here, people. It's a scene. I was kind of surprised when I hopped off the train. I was like, there's just as many people at this subway station than in Coney Island. And Coney Island is jumping today. But tomorrow, oh wow, he got a scooter in here. Oh my God. Wow, I'm surprised he was able to get past the cops. There's cops everywhere in the park. Anyway. But tomorrow, weather not looking that great. Couple of things happening tomorrow. We got our Memorial Day parade in Brooklyn. And then we also have the first day of the this round anyway, of Manhattan Henge. So first round of Manhattan Henge tomorrow. Yes, indeed, Nebul. Rebel Jack's out there in London. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Freaking scene out here, guys. The whole vibe out here in Prospect Park. Yeah, like Lafrac City, correct. Same Lafrac. John Burke says, have I been to the zoo? Not in a very long time, John. But the Prospect Park Zoo recently reopening after sustaining extensive damage during one of those big rain events we had a couple of years ago. So Prospect Park Zoo just recently reopening. I haven't been to the Prospect Park Zoo probably since I was a kid. So again, Lisa, like I just mentioned, tomorrow is the first day of Manhattan Henge, and the weather is not looking good for that tomorrow. Tuesday is still kind of up in the air. I'm hopeful for it. But if we get a good day for Manhattan Henge, yes, we'll be covering Manhattan Henge. If not, we're going to have to wait until July. Good to see you, Deborah. Welcome. The Abraham Lincoln statue right over there. Good to see you, Deborah. Good to see you. Hope no nasty sting. No, Dana, no. Amanda asks, am I going to be down in Bay Ridge? If the weather is good tomorrow, if I'm able to live stream the parade tomorrow, I will. We will be at the oldest Memorial Day parade in the whole nation. But if there's a solid chance, and there's a good chance for it, for heavy thunderstorms tomorrow, I'm probably going to have to pass. So, Deborah was over at the Botanical Garden. Nice. I was going to start the Botanical Garden, but they close at 6 o'clock. Good to see you, Jeremy. What's new? We're in Brooklyn today. We're deep in Brooklyn. Actually, let's go through that big arch. Big concrete arch. Good to see you, Oleg. Welcome. That beautiful pagoda off in a distance over there. People having a whole barbecue in there. Kind of cool. Sebastian Echkavera, good to see you. Good evening from Florida. Susan Ingalls is getting some thunderstorms out there in Michigan. Yeah, John, I see how the weather is trending. And yeah, it looks like we're going to get the morning, but we're definitely not going to get the afternoon. And especially for Manhattan Henge, I'm not expecting that at all. Not expecting that at all. Oh, awesome, Nibble. One of my favorite movies. All right, where is that arch? That arch is right down over there. Prospect Park. 1867, Prospect Park opens up, and it's not really completed until the 1870s. And they were still building landscapes and buildings in the park as early as the 1900s, 1910s. Jose Torres, Wepa! Puerto Rico, bienvenidos. So, Julio, Manhattan Henge happens on 2 weekends every year. So, usually in late May and July. And that's when the sun aligns with the Manhattan street grid at sunset. It's pretty cool. Jay Chulo. Good to see you, Jay Chulo. Welcome. It's all good. Catch up. That's what replay's for. But good to see you, Jay. As we are about to head through this beautiful arch. Now, when they created this arch in the 1860s or 1870s, at the time, this was the largest single concrete pour ever. And it has amazing acoustics. But yes, at the time, that was the largest single pour of concrete ever done. Hey, it's the clampered down elm. This tree is literally one of the most special trees in the whole park. Planted here in 1872. As Marianne Moore said back in 1967, it's still leaving, it's still there. Mortal though, we must save it. It's our crowning curio. Yes, indeed. The Clamperdown elm. Good to see you, Gail. Welcome. Let's head over the bridge. Let's get into the real wooded area here of the park. And we're going to be right by this smorgasbord, I think. So let's see how the crowds are over there. So Central Park was built first. That was 1858. 1858. And again, Central Park is not fully realized until like 1872. And then they were building landmarks inside of the park as late as the 1890s. Similar thing for Prospect Park. Prospect Park first opens in 1867. But again, it's not really truly completed until the 1870s. So, but Brooklyn was its own city until 1898. So basically, we wanted a park just as good as Central Park. And when you got to understand, when Prospect Park is first developed, to the south of the park and kind of to the east of the park, there's really nothing there. It's all farms. So this was like your front yard. And so, especially if you lived in one of the new developed neighborhoods to the south of Prospect Park, you would go through the park to get to work. Ooh, look at this. The bourgeoisie are having a party. Oh, hey, look at this. Wow. Wow, guys, this is like such a cool screenshot. I wonder who these people are. God bless. Meh. As the rich people spread COVID. The tree was planted there in 1872. The tree was planted in 1872. The Clamperdown elm was planted in 1872. Wow, I wonder what's going on. Kind of like, it looks historically accurate. Yes, it's the bourgeoisie from Saint-Tropez. Yes. It's the bourgeoisie from Saint-Tropez, everyone. Right there at the Prospect Park Boathouse. There you go. Everyone's looking over. Are there famous people over there? Oh, I think I saw Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon's over there, guys. Anyway, I think it's a wedding, Susan. Yeah, I think it's a wedding. It's not cheap to rent that out, so just heads up on that. Yeah, it looks like a wedding. The cronies, good to see you, cronies. Can we get to 110 likes? That'll be fantastic. You saw your butler over there? Yes. All right. We're already heading into the very center of Prospect Park, which is the Nethermead. And let's see how the cell service is bouncing around already. It's one of the best parks in the city. Prospect Park. Dropping signal already. All right. Don't know if you could hear this, but Esteban Fernandez and Neil in Flatbush, welcome. There we go. Just above minimum, so I'll say it again. Good to see Esteban Fernandez and Neil out there in Flatbush. There's a lot of activity here in the park to see. section of the park, John. There is a section of the park that is consistently bad signal there, and I don't know how much you heard of that. Usually here in Nethermead we're good. Copy that, John. How long it lasts. It's already dropping off. Area. There are a lot of people. There we go. There are a lot of people in the Long Meadow right now. So this is no doubt why the signal is slammed. I think we're going to lose it again. Oh, maybe not. VPN keeps catching it. I could tell. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, time out. Yeah, I like that idea. They move all. And it is just slamming the signal. I'm going to lose it again. I'm going to lose it again. Okay. The VPN is doing hardcore overtime right now. And I have been quiet, but I think we're getting back into a better signal area. There it goes again. The VPN is doing overtime. Holy crap. Yeah, wow, the VPN I have so many, everybody hanging on out in the park. More bad than good, yes. Now, the signal's all over the place. I think we're gonna lose it again, right? Nope, there it is. Signal is giving us. It's a lot of people in Prospect Park today, so I think the network is trying to cover it. And then there was another rather fancy wedding happening at the picnic house. So I think these two events going on, and then the smorgasbord is happening. The network here is slammed. It's all good, RoboJacks. We're going to be on for at least another 2 hours. The ultimate goal today is to hopefully get to Jacques Torres before they close and get some cookies for me and the Duchess. Okay, now we're into good signal. We're going to walk along Prospect Park West here. And I think this is, right, 3rd Street. We're at 3rd Street, people. We are at 3rd Street. But good to see. If I missed you when we were in the bad signal area, welcome to the show. So we have crossed the park. So we started here. We made our way through here and then through here. We went all the way up through here. We ended up at the picnic house. So we kind of go along the ravine, up through here, and then we went down through here, and now we are here at 3rd Street, and now we're gonna exit the park. And we're gonna stay just along it here, because yeah, we definitely got a better signal right here. And then we'll go through Park Slope. Might as well. Yeah, the park literally spit me out today. Yes, is this Chuck Schumer Street? Yes. Actually, fun fact, I've actually been on quite a few bike rides with Senator Chuck Schumer. He's really a strong advocate of the cycling community and infrastructure here in New York City. So, yeah, but good to see everyone. RoboJacks, have a great night. Beautiful houses here along Prospect Park West. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people in the park. I think I'm going to lose signal again. No, it comes right back. Okay. We're teetering right on the minimums right now. We're teetering right on the minimums. But Chuck Schumer, yeah, he's generally a strong advocate for New York City, yeah. Ed Reed says that, gosh, the number of barbecues you had during the 60s and 70s. Yeah, there's a lot of barbecues going on now, Ed. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, people. If I missed you, welcome to the show. Such a pretty walk indeed, Leela. And if we time it out just right, and if the clouds clear, I have a feeling NYPD is following those guys. The signal did a wide swing just now as those motorcycles came through. The signal did a wide swing. Oh yeah, there it goes again. Well, Deborah, we're going to go in that direction eventually. But good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in. Sorry about the signal issues. There are a lot of people in Prospect Park. And in this section of the park here, the Long Meadow is getting a little bit closer to us. So the signal is bouncing around quite a bit. But we're making do. We're going to start heading down through the park slope here in a couple of blocks. And we're going to kind of zigzag our way down to the promenade.
What would I do for a living? Well, you already know what I do for a living.
Beautiful day. Coney's in fog. Coney's in a solid bank of fog. It's actually much cooler in Coney Island than it is here up in Prospect Park. It's actually downright humid and muggy out here. I am already covered in sweat, so I look like a mess. I look probably crazy, which is good. We want that crazy look. But I think, let's see if the sun will prevail and we'll get a nice sunset. 8:15, 8:20, a boot. Our sunset will happen today. Book Girl New York says that she ran into Chuck Schumer at the Japanese Pond and Rock Garden in the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens some 30 years ago. Wow, pretty cool. We're gonna get a view of the Memorial Arch, which I think they're taking the scaffolding down on. So let's see. And I think we'll go down this random ass street. We'll go one street over. We're gonna head down. Oh, we'll go down President Street, everybody. President Street. Oh yeah, look at this. They cleaned up the Memorial Arch and it looks fantastic. Good to see you, Dwayne. Welcome. That side-eyed crazy look, exactly. Yes, indeed, that side-eyed crazy look. Good to see everybody, people. If I missed you because the signal's all messed up, welcome to the show. And if you're new to the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Look at that, they cleaned it up nice. A big shout out to all the members of the armed services who keep us all safe. Hope everyone's having a great Memorial Day weekend. But thank you to everyone who has served our country in the armed forces. A big shout out to you guys. This broadcast dedicated to you guys, and of course for the people, for the men and women of the armed services, armed forces that had made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your service. And thank you for your sacrifice. Sean of Bagels and Walks, good to see you, Sean. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Book Girl New York is on holiday in Toronto, Ontario, Canada with her daughter. Pretty cool. A shiny arch now. Yes, indeed, Diana. A shiny arch. Indeed. But they really did clean up the Memorial Arch really nicely. Okay, the traffic's open. The traffic is open. So let's head down President Street, everybody. And let's see the beautiful street of President Street. And yeah, beautiful architecture here in Park Slope. We're going to walk down the slope of the Park Slope. Some of the greatest row homes in the city here in Park Slope. Really beautiful architecture. Oh, in Canada they have Remembrance Day on November 11th. Yes, indeed. Thanks to all the troops and the veterans for their service to our respective countries. Well, good to see you, Sean of Bagels and Walks. Everybody follow Bagels and Walks. Follow Sean, a fantastic content creator from the Upper East Side. Hope you're doing well, Sean. Hope you and the family are doing well on this beautiful Sunday. And it is a beautiful Sunday. Just look at this. Brooklyn at its peak, and we are in the Park Slope Historic District. Book Girl was in Kensington Market last Sunday. Crazy busy and excellent food. Thanks for letting us know. And your May long weekend was last weekend, little poots. Good to see you. Long weekend. Everyone, for the most part, has tomorrow off. Robert T., good to see you. Beautiful streets here. Beautiful President Street, if you're just tuning in. Going west along President Street from Prospect Park right now. Ah, awesome, Book Girl. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. Ooh, I want that Vespa. That's a cute little Vespa right there. I like the color of that thing. Me and the Duchess will look the cutest on there. BCUK girls letting us know that it's also a holiday weekend in the United Kingdom. Tomorrow, it's the end of May spring holiday. Awesome. Beautiful streets. Love seeing your hometown. Me too. I love showing you guys my hometown of Brooklyn, New York City. All right, what are we at here? 8th Avenue. We're gonna go straight down President Street, everyone. We take this all the way down. And we are gonna do a little zigzag eventually. All the traffic going into downtown Brooklyn Way. Needless to say, it's not fun to drive a car here in New York City. Isn't that Vespa? Wasn't that Vespa cool? I like the color of it. It was nice. The best borough, absolutely. All right, let's try to defyingly cross the street here. Those people block the box, but Jay, I have to agree, Brooklyn is the best borough. With Queens a close second and Manhattan coming in third place. Manhattan's a little bit better than the Bronx. And of course, the last borough is, of course, Staten Island. But anyway, beautiful architecture. Beautiful architecture here in Park Slope. For John Lord, it's fun driving there. There you go. John Lord likes the traffic. No, not every day, Nibble. Not every day. A lot of diversity. Me too. Oh, they got a giveaway over here. They got a whole bunch of stuff here on the sidewalk here to give away. Gotta love these streets. You still have some of the old slate sidewalks here. A lot of these homes were developed just after the park. So think 1860s into the 1870s, 1880s. A lot of these structures that you see around us were built. But just like Central Park, Prospect Park really kicked off a lot of the development in the inner core of what is today the borough of Brooklyn, formerly the city of Brooklyn. 2.7 million people live here in Brooklyn. If Brooklyn was its own city by itself, we will be the 4th largest city in the United States, just behind Chicago. So yeah, a lot of people live here. Not for everybody. Before somebody complains about it. I can't handle there. Well, it's not for everybody. We all can't be like Peoria. And especially here in Brooklyn. We are our own thing. Elegant buildings and the interiors, though. The interiors to some of these homes, a lot of them have the original wood trim on them. Absolutely gorgeous. Good to see you, Myrna, up there in Montreal. Hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. I think there is there, Sean, yeah. That's right, Neil. Graves and season 3 already filming here in Brooklyn. They should just title it William DeMeo's Gravesend. All right, what are we on here? We're on 7th Avenue now. Happy Memorial Day. Beautiful architecture. It's chill over here on 7th Avenue. Wow, not too much going on. At least in this section. Kind of chill, kind of relax. Ooh, there's a Haagen-Dazs here at President Street and 7th Avenue. Get me some Haagen-Dazs. Gonna put the Yorkie pans in the oven there. Scott, enjoy the Yorkie pans. Enjoy it, Scott. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning on in. Cliff Padilla, good to see you. The Rangers win. The Rangers win. Congratulations to the Rangers. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to try not to mention the sports puck too much. I feel like I jinxed the Knicks. So I'm not going to mention it too much, but congratulations to the Rangers. Yeah, don't put the Yorkie dog in the oven. Put the Yorkie snacks in the... I'm assuming those are hot dogs. Or maybe some sausages. I know, shush, I gotta be quiet. Okay? I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I already jinxed that we were going to have 2 ticker tape parades, so. Oh, wow. Neville could buy Haagen-Dazs in his local convenience store by his apartment. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I could do the same thing in my local convenience store. Dashins are hot dogs. Okay. Purple Queen. Good to see you, Purple Queen. There you go, John. All right. I'm wondering if we're going to get a sunset. I'm really wondering this now. The sun is... You guys really can't see it on camera. The sun is kind of behind filtered sunlight right now. So I'm hoping we're going to get something. We're going to be back up on the promenade to what? I think there's people down here on 6th Avenue. I think there's something going on not that far from here because the signal is bouncing. There it goes. There it goes. All right. The birds are chirping and the signal is definitely fluttering. I think we just passed an event. There was another event in the building behind me. I think that's what we, yeah, I think we encountered another event. Lots of events happening here in the city today. But the birds are chirping. Beautiful day. Ooh, everyone wants some glass doors. Hey, look at that. Free glass doors on President Street and 6th Avenue. That's true, Nebel. It's very true. Oleg is asking if there's a magnetic storm. I didn't check those atmospheric maps before I started the live stream, Oleg, so I honestly would not know. I'll briefly tell you guys how cell phone signals do work, though. They are on the FM band of the radio spectrum, usually below 82, and 82 to, I believe, 79, 78 megahertz cell phone signals hang out at. And with the 4G technology, LTE technology, a lot of that stuff kind of bounces off buildings, and that sometimes enhances or diminishes the signal. And then these live streams here are heavily compressed video, so it relies on packets of information to be sent to the servers. And then those packets of information are discerned up in the cloud somewhere. And then you guys get the signal. And if there was a magnetic storm, you would not see anything. So just a heads up on that. But Phyllis 2284, welcome. Bobby V, the bouncing ball. Hey, Bobby V there. Hey, there's Bobby V at my engagement party. Over there at the Oriental Manor. Bath Avenue, the families were there. They were all discussing the skim. Even Jimmy the Greek stopped by there. Beautiful. But good to see you, Phyllis. Good to see you, Jeremy and I, Jen. Doing great. Hope you're doing great. Lots of ones and zeros. That's right. You thought it was magic. No, it's not magic. Scott Kresser is back. Hope you have a great, if you're barbecuing, Scott, hope you're having a great barbecue. Hope everyone's enjoying their dinner. Hope everyone's having a great dinner. We're on President Street, walking west along President Street. Gotta pay the VIG, that's right, hey, gotta pay the VIG. Yeah, sometimes. Not doing Baron of Beef. Ooh, not doing the Baron of Beef with all the fixings. All right. Yes, indeed, Neil. Yes, indeed. All right, Fifth Avenue. Recently called one of the coolest avenues in all of New York City. I don't know about that, but I mean, if you follow Fifth Avenue all the way down to Bay Ridge, you could say that. Anyway, John Smith, absolutely. All right, Fifth Avenue. Go in this direction. You will go down towards Sunset Park, Bay Ridge. You go off in this direction, downtown Brooklyn, the Barclays Center. So, and we're going to keep on going west. Down President Street. A beautiful day with everyone having a great afternoon. Enjoying the beautiful outdoors. A beautiful Sunday. You disagree? I think the rating of Fifth Avenue was on restaurants and cultural stuff, and it was only for the section. It was only for the section here in Park Slope. Good to see you, Ray J and Don Tito Raul. Patsy has passed away. I'm so sorry for your loss there, Don Tito. My deepest condolences. My deepest condolences to you and your friends. But thanks for tuning on in. May this live stream be a little bit of a distraction from your everyday. A lot of people giving away books and stuff along President Street. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, the size of the row houses has shortened a bit. These are now only like 2-3-story row houses, when back a few blocks behind us they were like 4 or 5 stories, even 6 stories. Approaching the newly rezoned 4th Avenue. So you get to see a quick bump here in new buildings. Like across the street here, these are brand new buildings. A lot of warehouses used to be down here, and auto body repair shops and parking lots. Exactly, all over the neighborhood you could furnish an apartment on this street. And you'll find some good stuff. You'll find some good stuff. Yeah, it's like a filtered sun But I don't know, we might luck out. We might luck out and get the sunset here. It's a pretty quiet area, yeah. About Myrna, yeah. About. It all depends on how modernized and the shape of the building that it's in and all that. So there's a lot of variabilities. But about. You could average it out around there. Nart, Privyet. Good to see you, Nart. Hope you are doing well. Right through the red light there. Right through the red light. Beautiful shot. Downtown Brooklyn, the Williamsburg Savings Bank building, and all the new development here along 4th Avenue. Look at that. That's a crazy shot. Look at all the new development. It really sticks out like a sore thumb when you look at this corridor right here. Look at that. That's all new development, not even maybe 10, 15 years old. And you got a overpass, kind of a bridge way off in the distance. That is the Smith and 9th Street subway station. Right there. There's Smith and 9th Street. Right there. Good to see you, Sand Deep. Welcome. But look at that. All that new. And by the way, you see how it's sloping down? That's where it floods all the time. We're getting closer to Gowanus Canal now. So it slopes all the way down, and like the street floods just a few blocks down. Actually, it's the next block down, Carroll Street. Carroll Street, right here, this next intersection to my south. This is the spot where, I don't know if you guys remember, we got like 7 inches of rain in like 2 hours. And there was like this video of like a whirlpool in the middle of the street. Well, that was right there at Carroll Street and 4th Avenue. Beautiful shot, yeah, right? Barely recognizable, yeah. Yes, indeed. That's 4th Avenue, 9th Street, Smith and 9th, 4th Avenue, 9th Street. That's right, sorry. 4th Avenue, 9th Street, Neil. Yeah, stand corrected, yes. 4th Avenue and 9th Street. I always call it Smith and 9th. 4th Avenue, 9th Street. You connect to the F and the R trains, and then on weekends, the N and the D usually stop there too. We're directly above the 4th Avenue line here. Because this is 4th Avenue. Let's keep on going. Let's head down to 3rd, and then we'll go up 3rd for a little bit. But who was it? Was it during the Giuliani administration, I believe? That's when they did the big rezone along 4th Avenue, and people were very skeptical of it. But it was literally like overnight. It was like, I remember when they rezoned it, it was literally like upzoning property in Sim City. The taller buildings just started getting built right away. But which way is the water? Down this way here. We're walking right now down towards the Gowanus Canal. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little zigzag here. Oh, here's a hotel. Town Place Suites by Marriott. Interesting. Good to see you, Mary Lily. Welcome. And actually, I should put the clock on the screen so I could pace out my walking, because we have about an hour. We have about an hour until we have our sunset. Yeah, Cliff. Affordable housing is a loose term. Approaching 3rd Avenue. Really, really unrecognizable. Unrecognizable from when I was a kid. As the gentrifiers go, ugh. Yes, indeed, Neil. Well, Neil, I'm going to go towards downtown Brooklyn. So when we get to 3rd Avenue here, we're going to hang the right. Good to see you there, John. John Gapola down there in Florida. Welcome. Happy Sunday. And happy, well, a solemn Memorial Day. Hope everyone enjoys their Memorial Day. All right, 3rd Avenue. Let's hang the right. Let's hang the right. Hang the right and go into downtown for a little bit. Yeah, new development. There's so much new stuff going up. So much new stuff going up. And are we by the... No, I think that's further... That might be behind me. The old baseball stadium where the Brooklyn Dodgers first played. I think that's behind me a few blocks. Doesn't really matter because they don't have the plaque on the building anymore. I think somebody swiped the plaque. Maybe they have it in their boudoir. No, not Ebbets Field, John. I'm not talking about Ebbets Field. I think it was called the Washington Street Stadium or something like that. And all that's left of it is the wall. But there was a plaque on it which told us that it was... Oh, it is by Union. Oh, so we're coming up on it. Yeah, the baseball field. Was it 4th Street? Yeah, I think 4th Street sounds about right. Is it by Union or 4th? We're going to find out. No, I think it's behind us. I think it's on 4th. This is Skagit Street. Yeah, it's behind us. Where was Ebbets Field? Ebbets Field was on Bedford Avenue, a couple blocks over from Empire Boulevard. So it's actually really... It's quite close to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden and Prospect Park. Yeah, the Whole Foods is 3rd Avenue and 3rd Street. So yeah, I think it's 4th Street where the old baseball stadium used to be. Yeah, it's the Con Ed property. Yeah, Ramona, you know it. Yeah, Ramona, it's the Con Ed property. Coming up onto DeGraw Street, and that park across the street, man, that is jumping over there. There are a lot of people in that park over there. My goodness. A lot of people out today. I have a feeling when we get to the promenade. Oh wait, no, actually, I think this is the old Daily News garage here. Yeah, no, it's not this building. I always thought that it was the Daily News garage that was the old baseball stadium. It's not. It's the Con Ed site that Ramona got it. Yeah, it's up down the block from the old stone house. B37 making its way north along 3rd Avenue. That's where we're walking. Oh yeah, no, there's cookout. There's a cookout. People are hanging out. A lot of people just out today, Myrna. A lot of people just out enjoying the weather. I think finally, you know, we have officially gotten past the cold days, so everybody's just out now. So a lot of people. I have a feeling when we get to Brooklyn Bridge Park and whatnot, it's going to be like crowded. See, now we're in this weird in-between area because this area here had a lot of light industrial developments, and now here we have like hotels. Have a hotel here, and then, but you see, you still got some remnants of the old industrial past here. So you still got some warehouses here and whatnot. But a lot of development coming on in. Oleg, I do not know what kind of trees those are. Everything is crowded this week. Yeah, that's why I'm here in Brooklyn today. I did not want to deal with the city today. I said, you know what, I'm going to do a Brooklyn walk. We'll go back to the promenade again. Yeah, you were just at Brooklyn Bridge Park. Piers 1 and 2 are crowded. Makes sense. A lot of new development happening here, yes. Yes, yes, they are, Neil, yeah. They're both right by the, over by the, whatchamacallit, over by the Gowanus Canal. That's right, Diana, that's right. Now we have some socialized housing here. Yep, the Wyckoff Gardens and the Gowanus projects here on Baltic Street. I think we're gonna take this to like Skimmelhorn Street or something like that. And then we'll go down Skimmelhorn. Since yesterday we were on Fulton Street, so we'll go a block or two over from Fulton and take that down. Wyckoff Gardens, right across the street. It's kind of funny, like Wyckoff Gardens now is like literally smack dab in the middle of one of the most desirable areas in the city. Great connections to the city via subway, and now great restaurants. That was not the case a few years ago. Some great restaurants around here. Beautiful light. And also the Gowanus Canal doesn't smell anymore as much as it used to, so. We got a mural up there. You can do this. Small steps are still steps. I like that. Small steps are still steps. Yes, indeed. Coming up on Wyckoff Street now. Oh, sorry, coming up on Wyckoff. This is where Wyckoff Street becomes St. Mark's. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought St. Mark's went all the way down. Oh, I'm learning something new today. So Wyckoff Street becomes St. Mark's at 3rd Avenue. See, here you still got the old neighborhood still, kind of squeezed in amongst these amazing row homes down there. And what we got going on here? Guy in a wheelchair in the middle of the streets, because we're in the in-between area. Hey, this guy's like aggressively panhandling. He's just going up to cars and berating them for money. Bergen Streets. So now we're getting back into the newly gentrified, down there is new construction, newly gentrified areas. I mean, I'm talking about newly gentrified, I mean like the last 20 years. I remember when I used to take the 3rd Avenue bus down this way to go to my old dentist in downtown Brooklyn. I remember this was part of the bus ride that was always like a little weird, because it was always like, you know, construction, people building stuff, you know, it was dusty. Definitely a light industrial area. And now look at it. Everybody wants to live here. Everybody wants to live here. And you can see the new buildings of downtown Brooklyn looming over 3rd Avenue. Good to see you there. I love the 80s. Welcome. I mean, I can't say that gentrification sucks, because it's an inevitability. When places become, you know, cleaned up and popular, obviously the land value goes up, and then more people could move in. But now we're getting up to Pacific Street. We're now about 3 blocks away from Barclays Center. That's over to my right-hand side. We're also coming up to Atlantic Street, too, on the next block. Most of us old school New Yorkers call it Pacific Atlantic, because that was the old name of the subway station before it became Barclays Center. So this is Pacific Street. Now we're coming up now onto Atlantic Avenue. Gotta get a great view of the skyline of Brooklyn coming up. It is humid as hell. 84% is the relative humidity right now. It is humid. Got about a half hour until we hit our sunset. Look at all this new development here, looming over these little 3-story tall buildings. And back in the day, that building with the clock face on it, that's the Williamsburg Savings Bank building. For many, many years, that was the tallest building in the whole borough of Brooklyn. As you can see, not anymore. Let's head up to the side of the street here, because we're gonna make the left anyway. This used to be a very popular bar for many years, and I already forgot the name of it. But a very popular bar back in the day. Well, look at that, all that new development here. Pretty amazing. Well, this is Atlantic Avenue, everybody. Good to see you, Sandra. Yes, I did. I just passed the old Daily News building. It's part of a school now. Wow, didn't know that. Pretty cool. Yeah, the old Daily News garage. I'm happy that sign is still there. I remember that sign as a kid. The Hamster Saloon. Oh, there you go. That was the name of the place. That's right, the Hamster Saloon. Neville asks, why can't it be a bar again? Well, a new bar owner hasn't picked it up, so I don't know how to answer that question. But yeah, the Hamster Saloon. I had a beer in there a couple of times. Oh, there you go. Sandra, now that's correct. That's right. I said Hank's Saloon. That's what I remember. I remember it was a saloon, but Hank's Saloon used to be there. I knew it was with an H, but Hank's Saloon, everybody. And then across the street here, in this really old building, this is the Department of Education. They have like offices here, and this is also where I ended up getting my GED. Was right here. Look at it, State Street. I mean, Hamster Saloon. You know, if somebody opens it up as a bargain, they could call it the Hamster Saloon. But yeah, the Hank's Saloon. That's correct. That sounds correct. I knew it was a saloon. But yeah, the Hamster didn't ring a bell. But Hank's does. And that's correct. Hank's Saloon. You gotta understand, when you're doing these live streams here, your brain don't really think. My brain doesn't really think unless I could recall it right away. This is the end of 3rd Avenue here. Going off in that direction, 3rd Avenue becomes Lafayette. And then Flatbush Avenue is just over there. But we're gonna hang the left here on Skimmerhorn. Because we need to make our way down to the promenade. And Ange is joining us today. Good to see you, Yo Ange. Everybody follow Yo Ange, great live streamer from the Upper West Side. Follow Ange and Joe in their coffee fueled adventures around New York City and beyond. Today, Ange and Joe rode the Staten Island Ferry. I watched that for a little bit today. It was fun. But I hope you and Joe are doing well, Ange. Welcome on into the show. Walking west along Skimmelhorn Street now. Passing the 16 Sycamores Playground. Pretty cool name. Learning something new. A lot of new development along this corridor here, because a lot of these buildings were upzoned also, just like 4th Avenue. Doing well, enjoying dinner. Enjoy dinner. The ferry was mobbed today. Tourists took it over. Yeah, I could imagine. Everybody getting out. It is Fleet Week. After all, Fleet Week winding down. All the festivities concluding today. And then after tomorrow, all of the sailors and whatnot will begin to leave New York. Another hotel here. Look at all this new development here. Yep, more boutique hotels and little apartment buildings and whatnot. This is Nevins. It looks like a nice little traffic here along Nevins. Nice two-way bike lane. I remember when it was like on either side of the street back in the day. That's right, that's true. You had a lower deck. That's like the cheat, John Laura. If you don't want to be around humans, people, on Staten Island Ferry, especially on a crowded day, head to the lower level, head to the bottom level. Hang out with everyone with a bicycle and whatnot, and the regular Staten Island people, and you'll get a little bit of peace and quiet. Where are all these papers here? Somebody got upset, and are they all blank, or are they? Oh, it's some kind of permit. Interesting.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Some kind of permits are strewn about here. Oh, passing the Holiday Inn. The hotel that me and the Duchess stayed at in scenic downtown Rochester. Excuse me, sir. That's not a bike. That is not a bike. That is not a bike. That is definitely not a bike. Got the back open. Let's rob it like in San Francisco, man. Just jump into the back of the truck, man. Lots of stuff falling out of the back of that truck. Let me get a lucky strike. All right, yeah, 2 Pall Malls. Right there. Good to see you, Cynthia Beale. Welcome. Neville, if you want to find out hotel prices, you could always look it up online. The hotels range in price. They range in affordability depending on their amenities. So, but, look them up online. It's not that hard. Here's something that's never changed. On the corner of Bond Street and Skimmelhorn is the old Goodwill Center. That's still here. Cut across the street here. Your father used to smoke Pall Mall? Yeah, Henry Hill and what's his name? They're selling those cigarettes like fell out of the truck. I don't think we're going to get a sunset. I don't think we're going to get a sunset. I see a whole bank of clouds right at the horizon. I think we might be getting our kind of sunset right now. Let's see what it looks like when we get up to the promenade. A lot of new development along here. I remember when this whole area was little 3-4 story tall walk-ups, and now you got all these new buildings here, all these new businesses and whatnot. A lot different than what it used to be. 7:40, so we got about a half hour. Yeah, Cynthia, yeah, the southern part of the southern coast of New York City is in fog. Coney Island is in a solid fog. And I heard Staten Island's also in the fog, in the clouds. So not that far from here. Completely different. I mean, it's cool in Coney Island. It's actually a little cold because you're in the fog. But up here, we're now in downtown Brooklyn. Macy's is one block over, the former A&S. Pretty humid up here. Pretty humid around here. Pretty humid. Absolutely, Sandra. Yeah, vastly different to what it used to be. It's changed quite a bit. And Mary Lily. Mary Lily, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. Been a member for 1 year. Been member 1 year 1, 22 days. Awesome. Well, Mary Lily, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, and thank you so much also for getting my Metro card out here. Much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated. Captain Super chiming in with Coney Island is a little bit foggy. Not so bad right now. Okay, that could change, yeah. Yeah, when I left Coney, it was, you know, it was pretty foggy, so that's cool that it's changing. Ramona's waving from Duffield Street. Oh, that's right, you're staying in downtown Brooklyn, Ramona. Awesome. Waving right back at you.
That's right. Oh, for some reason I thought we were like all going.
Hope you have some fun out here. We're gonna head to the promenade. Promenade. Said to myself, I'm gonna do my best to avoid the humans. I'm gonna do a walk in Brooklyn today. The hell with it. All right, coming up to the old, right, this is the courthouse, right? This is the courthouse. We got the courthouse over here, and then offices for the MTA are right over here, and also the Department of Labor is right over here too.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man. What's going on? You're on right now, so
What's up, man?
what's going on, man? Nice riding today, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be one too, man. I follow a lot of people. I'm on my I don't want to name them.
Right. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm on my and like they travel to different countries.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it's amazing.
Yeah. So you won?
I've been doing this since YouTube was 3 months old. So
Really?
yeah.
So you gotta have a lot of.
I don't got two. Only 16,000. Only
I
16,000.
understand. But you get
But
there, man.
eventually.
Working on it. what's your
So my name is Dutchmaz, Dutchmazz.
Dutch
If
Maz.
you just search NYC Live
Yeah.
with a little red dot on it, you'll
Yeah.
find my videos.
I can do it right now. But I'll do
Okay.
it one time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Good.
All right, man. Take
Ride
care.
safe, man. Good to see you. There you go. There you go, friend. Friend riding the bike. Eventually we'll hit 100,000, right, guys? Eventually we'll hit 100,000. Right? Nice guy. If they have good energy, then, you know. So, let's see. Those are known. You know those offices well at 130 Livingston, I can imagine. Nice bike there, too, yeah. Good guy, yeah. He's out there on the bike. Want to wave. It's all good. When people have good energy like that, you know, you guys know it. He is cool people. But yeah. That's the magic of YouTube though. I mean, you really can just travel the world and so many more people are live streaming now that there really is an audience for everybody, and there's usually somebody in any, you know, in any major city. Good energy all around, Audrey. It's all about great energy, absolutely. Positivity will always win. Unlike the three stunads we ran into on a couple of days ago. So now this was the old Department of Education building. This is apartments now. And now we're at the Transit Museum. And I guess what we'll do now is we'll begin to make our way up to the promenade. I appreciate that, John. Thanks for sharing. If only YouTube had a map. I know, JR. You know, that's what made the Periscope app so cool, was that they had like a live map where you could just like, you know, people were live streaming. If they were willing to give their location, they would have their locations up. And the live map was just so valuable. Here's the Transit Museum right there. But we're gonna go up Adams for a little bit, or sorry, Burham Place. It's gonna turn into Adams. You live near Pier 6. I'm walking everywhere. Yes, yes indeed, Sandra. Sandra, you live near Pier 6? Nice. That's expensive. Oh, this guy almost ate it. That guy almost had a bad accident. Livingston Streets. Everybody. I am absolutely, Julio, me too. No, those three won't last. No, they're down to 2 phones. One of them got their phone busted. And I'm hoping for the next phone to get busted. They almost got their asses whooped in Atlantic City last night. And of course, me and the Duchess were watching with bated breath, running on adrenaline. I know, where is there not expensive? That's true. It's expensive everywhere, even in my little hood paradise of Coney. I'm hoping to go back to the very expensive neighborhood of Bay Ridge soon. Absolutely. I know, we want no phones at all, Jay. Absolutely. No, they are cowards. No, you know what they do? You know what they do, JR? They literally like scope out like the weakest, least threatening person, and then they go after those people. And yesterday was so funny because Michael, I know his name now, Michael doesn't want his phone busted. So anytime people kind of fuck back with them, they like ran away, they disappeared. And last night's nonsensical stream ended with them literally getting chased down the Atlantic City boardwalk. And then they quickly shut off the stream when stuff was getting really wild. And of course they did. Then they turned it back on. They turned their stream back on to kind of boast that like, oh yeah, Waxy beat up this guy. And he's like, no, they didn't. They ran away for their lives. Neville asks where's the MTA headquarters is. That's Lower Manhattan. Lower Manhattan by Bowling Green is the main MTA headquarters. Good to see a surfboard waving from Parrot Place in Bay Ridge. One of my favorite streets, surfboard. Good to see a surfboard right next to the entrance to the Verizon Narrows Bridge. Hope you're doing well, surfboard. I think that's it. I think that's it for our sunlight. We have lost it. They all have stupid names, I know. Well, the one I dislike the most is Michael. So I am rooting for Michael to get his phone busted next. Anyway, they are little bitches, Scott. 3 jamokes. Anyway, Sandra, her family grew up in Burham Hill, Cobble Hill, and Carroll Gardens in the 1950s. Those are some of the best neighborhoods. Those are legit some of the best neighborhoods. All right, we have made it to Brooklyn City Hall. I think that was our sunset. The sun is now firmly behind clouds. Brooklyn City Hall opened up the same year Prospect Park opened up in 1867. Today called Butto Hall. Me too, Neville, me too. The blonde with the curly hair, who's evidently not even he's 18 years old, so he can't go into bars. He seems like the least threatening out of the 3. And then you got Baldy, and the bald kid. He's definitely the one who really tries to start trouble with people. But then you have Michael, and Michael's just a little bitch. He's just a little bitch. He needs to get his ass kicked. Like, I have never in my life rooted for some random people who I ran into the street. I have never wanted something bad to happen to some random people so much before in my life, because they literally just go up to the weakest people and fuck with them. But I'll say hello to Bobby. You want to talk about Bobby? Right over here. I'm gonna say hi to Bobby. Neil wants me to say hi to Bobby. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Senator Robert Francis Kennedy. Right there. Good to see you. JJ out there in Cape May. Long time no see. Welcome on into the show. Here's good old Bobby. This was dedicated on November 2nd, 1972. Passed away June 6, 1968. Bobby hanging out right here in front of Supreme Court. Right here. You know, me and my dad were supposed to go to jury duty right when the pandemic began, and they have still yet to send us a letter. William Foley's checking on in from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Good to see you, William. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to the Steamtown Mall, or the mall at Steamtown. What could go wrong with trains and malls? As that sun goes down, it is getting a little chilly out here. This is good though, because I'm covered in sweat, so this is probably why I'm a little cold.
What is going on?
People still ask you if you have a COVID cough. I'm sorry to hear that, JJ. You have to say, no, it's just a regular cough. But you know, JJ, if you ever ride the subway and you want a little bit of extra space, just start coughing around. You'll get all the space you want. You got to do the cough that, like, I call like the, you know, like the smoker's death cough. You get old. Yeah, it's a good subway hack. Just hack a lung on the train and everyone will give you space. Ah, Natasha, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing well, Natasha. Good to see you. Yeah, tuberculosis cough. There you go. Nothing more romantic than a tuberculosis cough. Nothing more romantic than that. To my beautiful wife, may we have our tuberculosis coughs together. Anyway, you did that trick. It works. It does. It does work. It does work. Hack up a lung and yeah, it's still out there. That's why always good to be healthy and make sure you consume your vitamins A's, B's, and D's and get plenty of exercise. And TB sheets. Isn't that a song? Isn't that a Eric Clapton song? That's true, Lisa. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, no, Cliff, that's what people do. Depending on the sneeze and the cough, I may even move, you know? Don't want to be around that. You know what I should have did? If I ever see those kids again, supposedly they're coming back to New York, I will do my tuberculosis cough and put the fear of God into them with their tuberculosis cough. Happy Days Diner, now in Montague. There you go. Oh, it's Van Morrison's song, TB Sheets. There you go. Absolutely, John Lore. Mom says he didn't know how that conversation would turn out. Okay. Cool. Nice little neighborhood. One of the best neighborhoods. We're in Brooklyn Heights now. One of the best neighborhoods in all of New York City. Brooklyn Heights. One of the best neighborhoods. One of the great neighborhoods. And it's all because of the promenade. We're almost to the promenade now. We went through actually 2 really good neighborhoods. Oh, look, they're having their dinner. Ooh, another Haagen-Dazs. This is a good route. Good to see you, Rouge Jones. Welcome. And if I haven't said it already, I want to thank all the channel members. Thank you to all the channel members. This broadcast is brought to us in stunning 1080p. Suffice the signal holds out. So thank you to the channel members. Yep, Brooklyn Heights, home to Patty Duke. We passed by her house yesterday over on Remsen Street at the southern terminus. The triple cantilever is going to be rebuilt. We don't know how they're going to actually go about doing that because the people who live where the construction will happen are quite nervous that it's going to be pretty disruptive. And any kind of construction they do is going to be disruptive. Truman Capote, absolutely. He lived on Willow Street. Truman Capote wrote 2 books in this neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights, and that is In Cold Blood and Breakfast at Tiffany's, were both written on Willow Street here in Brooklyn Heights. I think we're coming up to, right, is this Clinton? I think this is, oh no, this is Hicks. We're on Hicks Street, everybody. Imagine a 6-lane highway coming up this street. That wouldn't be very nice. Perfect evening for outdoor dining, I have to say. And we're coming up to one of the great cafes of all of New York City. We're coming up to the Brooklyn Cat Cafe. Let's see, do we have any cats in the window? I doubt it. It's like they're off of work. They're off to. Oh, no, we got one. We got one hanging out. He's just hanging. Good to see you, Steve Cruz. Welcome. They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out. And Steve Cruz up there down there in the Big Easy. Yeah, Myrna, it's pretty cool. If you don't have a cat, you could come to the Brooklyn Cat Cafe and you could experience an afternoon with some cats while enjoying a fine cup of coffee or tea. They also have books to read, and I think there's free Wi-Fi in there too, so you could get some work done. Cutie pies, they're little pumpkin pusses. I like that one. You little pumpkin pusses there, yeah. All right, Montague Terrace, and off in that direction, Pierpont Place. We're in the heart now of Brooklyn Heights. When people think of Brooklyn Heights, it's usually this area. Oh yeah, we got like no sunset today. We got no sunset. That is firmly behind the clouds. One of the best areas, Steve. One of the best areas, and you're going to see why. Get our beautiful view here of Lower Manhattan. Oh, Steve, yes indeed. A lot of celebrities live around here. We're not that far from Anne Hathaway and Matt Damon's residences, and then just to the north of us, what's his name? Brad Pitt, Ed Sheeran, Emily Blunt, all have residences here in Brooklyn Heights. And that's just to name a few. Those are probably like the most popular people. Look at how low the clouds are. Wow. NYPD Picnic, brought to you by your tax dollars. Wow, look how low those clouds are. Oh my God, me too, Steve. There you go, John Krasinski, Emily Blunt. Real low clouds over the city today. Oh, really? Lily Allen lives out here? Didn't know that. Even the NYPD needs a break, absolutely. Yeah, it's all good, John. Cops gotta eat too, that's right. There's our Statue of Liberty. Liberty enlightening the world. And then you got your Governor's Island Ferry and that large concrete structure off to the left-hand side of the screen. That is the ventilation shaft for the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Today called the Hugh Carey Tunnel, but nobody calls it that. Let's be honest. Maybe a UFO will appear. Yeah, maybe. Look how low these clouds are. Wow. Can't see the top of One World Trade Center. New York by Frank Gehry is this silver building right there, and that's even in the clouds too. Chilling to Porcupine Tree while watching the live stream. Steve Cruz, enjoy the Porcupine Tree. Low clouds, yes indeed. Everyone still calls it the Battery Tunnel. I haven't heard anyone call it the Hugh Carey Tunnel yet. Just like the Queensboro 59th Street Bridge. Nobody calls it the Ed Koch Bridge. But now FDR Drive, we all call it the FDR Drive. Does anyone even remember that Hugh Carey was the former New York State government? You know, Neil, I always forget about that. Deborah, the rain's going to actually come in, I think, very, very late tonight. Around maybe 11 o'clock, midnight. And that's right, Paul Simon, he owns property here in Brooklyn Heights, but that doesn't actually live in Brooklyn Heights. He has that house for his grandchildren. We are above the Montague Street subway tunnel for the, what goes underneath here? It's the N and the R train go here. And then the Clark Street tunnel is right next door, and that is for the 2-3 train. So you got two ventilation shafts for two different subway lines. But tomorrow the rain is going to come in, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to cover the Memorial Day parade tomorrow because the rain is just going to be that bad. Also, tomorrow is the first evening of Manhattan Henge, and I don't think that's going to happen either. It's going to be too many clouds. That's right, Captain Super. Paul Simon used to have a studio in the Brill Building. Yes, indeed.
Really started venting to this girl.
Now we are walking the Brooklyn Heights. Brooklyn Heights Promenade. Call him Al, right? Call him Al. I'll call him Al. I'll tell you one thing, I took a shower before leaving the house. When I get home, I'm going to need to take a shower because it is so humid out here. Good day to stay home. Yeah, I know. I think tomorrow we might do if we don't do our parade coverage tomorrow, we're gonna probably do some truck simming because recently updated. Ooh, look, somebody's doing a time lapse or something like that. How do you know New York is safe? People just leave a phone doing a time lapse like that. Passing Pierpont Street now. About to ask that. Yes, Jay. Yeah. So that's going to be the idea, Jay. If we could get the morning in and I could cover the parade. If there's one good thing about the Brooklyn Memorial Day Parade is that it runs like a fine-tuned watch. So it's very, very accurate and on time. But there is a good chance for thunderstorms to hit the area during the parade. I'm hoping that holds off until later on in the afternoon. I see two conflicting models for tomorrow's weather. And so I'm hoping for the rain to hold off. If the rain holds off, then we'll cover the parade. If not, we'll do a truck sim. We'll drive around Nebraska, the latest state added to the game. So we have a whole new state to show off the viewpoints there. Unfortunately, no bus though. We've lost our bus mod because of the game updating to version 1.50. Rest of the week is looking great. Oh, Lily Allen lives in Carroll Gardens. Okay, so Carroll Gardens not that far from here, but close enough. There you go. Carroll Gardens, another one of my favorite neighborhoods here in New York. Yeah, exactly, JJ. It's a mix-up between Stormfield and Sam Champion. And I think the Stormfield model might be winning out. Of course, Stormfield will confer that with Frank Field, his father. Fisher says about tomorrow. And of course, Lloyd Lindsay Young too. I'm waiting for some more consultation on tomorrow's weather from Lloyd Lindsay Young. So. Look at those little clouds. Is that somebody on a bike? Yeah, look at that. He picks the most crowded day to ride the bike on the promenade. Bicycle riding is not allowed on the promenade, if you don't know that. And it's a fucking crowded day on the promenade. You're not supposed to be riding a bike here. It's all good. Enjoy dinner, Steve Cruz. Enjoy dinner down there in the Big Easy. That's right. Stormfield currently 75 years young. You know, John, that's before my time. Tex Antone. Yeah, that's before my time. I've heard of him, but never actually got to witness his work. Mr. G is up there too. Mr. G, friend of the channel. Mr. G is a friend of the channel. Got a couple of friends over at the Pix 11 who watch us. Wow, look at those clouds. Wild. Good to see you, Madam Mojo from Cleveland. Checking on in from Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Wow, those clouds are so low. Wow. And it's humid as hell. I think the clouds are really showing off how humid it is out here. Yeah, I think Tex Antone's from back in the mid-'60s. That's before my time. I've heard of him, though. You know, if there's one thing that I have studied over the years is weathermen and how they do their telling of the weather. They'd use like the big Lloyd Lindsay Young hellos there, Cliff. Me too. Lloyd Lindsay Young, last time I checked, he went out to the West Coast. He went out to, I believe, Sacramento. And he still does the hello. Oh, really? David Price is a distant cousin of yours, but you never met him? Wow. I would say David Price is okay. I met him a couple of times in Coney. He's okay when it comes to weather. The worst weatherman in New York City, though, is Lonnie Quinn. Without a doubt. Lonnie Quinn and the CBS weather team is probably the least accurate out of the three big networks. For God's sake, Pix 11 has better weather team than CBS 2. Surfboard, that's fantastic pizza. One of the best. Al Roker did create a good life for himself. I mean, he's a living legend. Al Roker really focuses on national weather. So I wouldn't say that he's a local weatherman anymore, but no graphics, more like wooden flip charts, yeah. No, they would like scroll down the they would roll down the whatchamacallit, the green screen back in the day. Who remembers that? Julie B out there in the moist state of Florida. Good to see you. Is it raining by you? It's going to be raining here in New York tomorrow. We have not one, not two, but three low pressure systems all converging on the New York tri-state area tomorrow. So, like I said, the weather forecast for tomorrow is really up in the air. It's not looking good. There is Channel 1. We have Channel 1 on cable, and they're pretty accurate. The team over, what's his name? John Davitt from New York 1, friend of the channel. John Davitt and, oh my God, what's his name? They're friends of the channel. We have a couple of friends from the channel on Channel 1 here in New York. But John Davitt and Roger Clark from New York 1, friends of the channel. You're freaking old, John. Yeah, we're all getting there. Good thing you're not going anywhere tomorrow. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. About to head over the BQE. And what we're going to do is we went up the hill yesterday. Today we're going to go down the hill. We're going to go down the Columbia Heights now. Yesterday we walked up it. Today we're going to walk down it. Al Roker and Mike Torrenso doing the weather in the SN Sports in Syracuse. Cool. I want to give a big shout out to the weather guy who annoyed me and the Duchess in Rochester. Him and his Dumbo-like ears were very annoying. And he was also very animated. And even more hilariously, he did create a shadow on his green screen because I have a feeling their weather area is like tiny. So shout out to the Channel 13 Wham weather team. Anyway, the clouds are rolling in, photos. Yes, indeed, the clouds are rolling in. How do you pay to use those city bikes? You have to get an app. You get the City Bike app, then you connect your debit card or whatever to it, and then you pay by the minute. Electric bikes and regular bikes have different rates per minutes. For more information, just look it up on Google. I don't know the exact prices. Fireworks are near. Fireworks are in, what is it, 4 weeks. Fireworks Friday starts up in 4 weeks. The week of the Friday before the Mermaid Parade. will be our first Fireworks Friday. I think we have another random Brooklyn Cyclones Fireworks Friday coming up, or Fireworks Saturday coming up too. Part of the BQE cantilever is supposed to be closed. It is closed right now, Mr. This year did fly by. We all love Fireworks Fridays, absolutely. Okay, Google, how much does it cost to rent a city bike? Good to see you, Norm, in Bangor, Pennsylvania. And today's your birthday, Norm. Well, Norm, you have been watching me since Periscope days, and you were a member of the channel for a little bit, so I might as well say, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Norm in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Norm. Hope you're having a good one today. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Lisa. Wow, look at all the traffic down here. Dang! Old Fulton Street is jumping. We found the traffic. We have found the traffic again. And oh, ouch. Did I just stab my foot? I just stabbed my foot. Oh, fuck, that hurts. I just stabbed my fucking foot. Oh, my Lord. Okay, might be bleeding, guys. Uh-oh. Let's find a bench somewhere. Let's find a bench. Oh shit! I might have just cut my foot open, guys. Okay, I might have just cut my foot open. Ah. Okay, that was a close call. Close call. So I stepped on a stub of a metal sign. There was a stub of a metal sign that was coming out of the street, and it was like a sharp edge. And luckily, it only caught the side of my shoe. I'm not cut up or anything like that, and there is no penetration into the shoe. But the heel of my shoe is a little bit damaged. So there you go. But yeah, there was a little stub of a sign. I have hand sanitizer and it's fine. Again, there's no penetration to the shoe. It just feels weird. All right, we gotta try to cross this street here. But who had the funny comment that I couldn't even read now? That's right, Scott Hetzko from Rochester. A big shout out to Mr. Hetzko there. Right, what's his name again there? Scott Hetzko from the Wham Weather Team. A big shout out to him and his big. Thank you so much for letting me know who the Rochester weather guy is. He annoyed the shit out of me and the Duchess. Yeah, investigator, it's hilarious that I thought I spliced open my foot. It's hilarious. And let's head over this way. Let's head over this way. There's a lot of people down here. A lot of people. Love the new lights on the bridge, me too. And okay, I got a big, I can feel how my foot is now. It's fine. Definitely got a big, probably a little scratch on my foot. Feels a little weird. A lot of people down here. It is jumping down here. Good to see you, Pookie. Welcome. Okay, Google. How much does it cost to rent a city bike in New York City? There you go, Pookie. Okay, Google. Can you tell me how long Photoville exhibit is happening in Brooklyn Bridge Park? Yep, Photoville containers are now here. The 1st of June, Photoville starts off. Gio says that you broke 3 bones in your toe. Happens in a second. Now you're always watching where you walk. Yeah, Gio. I did not notice the little bit of metal sticking out of the street there. Good to see you, Juice Golden. It's been a while. Well, I'm happy you're here now. Thanks for tuning on in. Good, your Google's answering. That's my job. Do I want a beer? No, William. William, I appreciate that, William. I'm triggering everyone's Google. It's because of my voice. I use that loud robotic voice that I have, and it works out. Wow, everybody's taking pictures here under the bridge. But William, I appreciate the invitation, but no beer for me until I get home. If I have a beer outside, I'm going to fall asleep. There's the link for Photoville. Thank you so much, Neil. Aloha, Fawn Marie. Aloha. Went for a run today, and at least twice an errant rock almost made you fall. Yikes. Now you know how much City Bike costs. Awesome, Julio. Awesome. Wow, look at this crazy foggy view. Look at the East River churning here. Dang. Do I need a bottle of pop? No, I'm good. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The Tooth Fairy. Behold the Tooth Fairy in all of its glory. There is a Tooth Fairy, everyone, right there, the NYC Ferry. And Julio Vallejo just gifted a membership to Dutch Miles Plus. Julio Vallejo just gifted Cliff Badia gave him a membership, a month-long membership to Dutch Miles Plus. So Cliff, thank Julio for your free month of Dutch Miles Plus. And now you can say that you are one of us, one of us. Gooba gaba, one of us. There you go. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, let's get the quintessential shot here. Yep, turning it into a cult, Julio. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Turning this live stream into a cult. Little eerie mist. Yes, indeed. You know, let's get that quintessential. It is like packed down here. Everybody is out. Wow, it's a popular spot here tonight. Yes, indeed. Photos from around New York. Tomorrow's weather forecast not looking good. If I could get a break in the rain, I will live stream the Memorial Day Parade in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. But if there is a chance for rain, then yeah. You don't want to come up from behind me like that. You don't want to come up from behind me like that guy. Anyway. And Deborah with a $10 super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chats. I will get some Band-Aids and some Neosporin for my foot. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 Club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Deb. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Deborah. And good to see you sunshine after the rain. There's always a chance for some rain. But tomorrow, the chances are quite high for some rain. Look at this, everyone's having picnics. It's amazing how much space those little art pieces took up. Yeah, maybe there's a chance for a radio show sometime. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We might do a radio show tomorrow. I don't want to build everyone's hopes up. All right. Let's get our quintessential Brooklyn Bridge Park. Oh, there's trees really grown in. All right, let's head down over here. Let's head down over this way. Get that beautiful view. Here's the beautiful 102-year-old Jane's Carousel. Jane's Carousel, originally built for Idora Park in Youngstown, Ohio. This carousel officially opens up here in Brooklyn Bridge Park in 2011. Yes, it does, Neil. Yes, it does. The Brooklyn Memorial Day Parade ends with the firing of the cannons. Wow, look at that. So much for a skyline view today. It is humid as hell out here. Yes, indeed, JR. A Hurricane Sandy survivor. Just look up Jane's Carousel Hurricane Sandy and you will see a very famous picture taken from the Manhattan Bridge. Pretty wild view tonight, yeah, with the clouds and everything, and can't see One World Trade Center. But we can see the Brooklyn Bridge clear as day ahead of those low clouds. But yes, we will hear the cannons near Fort Hamilton in Cannonball Park, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully. Let's see if we could get a elevator ride in. You guys want to try this? I don't know how good the signal's gonna be. I don't know how good the signal's gonna be, but let's try to get a rooftop view from the Empire stores. I don't know, once we get entered the building here, we might drop this signal when we're in the elevator. It all depends on how many people are in the building. But let's see. Let's see what it's like. Because this building tends to be kind of like a Faraday cage when it comes to the signal. Really fancy restaurants here, and the all-new museum, I think it's open already. The Museum of Food and Drink is here in the Empire stores, formerly known as the Tobacco Warehouses. Historically. Jacques Tours is closed. Did they close at 7 or 8 o'clock, Neil? I thought they were going to close at 9. I guess I was wrong. No cookies for me and the Duchess now. So the Museum of Food and Drink is open. All right. Right here above the Times Out Market is the Museum of Food and Drink, right up there. All right, let's see if we could get an elevator ride in. And let's see if we can get this elevator in here. Closes at 1900 hours. Thank you. Beautiful views indeed, Dan. Beautiful views indeed. All right, let's see if we're gonna luck out here. It's very popular, this elevator. All right, let's do it. Oh, top floor, top floor, top floor. Thank you, man.
You ever been up the rooftop here?
Excuse me?
You ever been up the rooftop?
Many times.
How is it?
It's nice.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed there was no sunset tonight.
No, went behind the clouds, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's still remarkable.
Yeah. First time visiting New York?
Second.
Second. Oh, good. We didn't scare you away. Good.
No. I live in New York. Never been scared of it.
Awesome. All right. Ooh, it's jumping up here, people. Ooh, it's jumping up here. Look at this. Bloody hell. Wow. Nice and cool up here, though. I'm surprised we have a signal. Ooh. And it looks like there's a marry me. Wow. Okay. I guess we're still waiting. Hey, I'm taking over that little corner there. No yelling when other humans are in the elevator. No yelling. No. I want to get a little skyline view there, but they kind of commandeered that whole corner. There's also a restaurant up here, and the club Soho is up here too. Yeah, look at this. It's just packed up here. Dang. I'm surprised we have a signal, considering how many people are up here. We'll get a quick view here of the Brooklyn Bridge, and then we'll head back downstairs. We're gonna try to yell in the elevator. Get you guys a view here. Obviously, when there's people in the elevator, we don't yell in the elevator. But there's your Brooklyn Bridge right there, 141 years young. And normally there would be the World Trade Center will be directly behind that. And obviously today with the low clouds, can't really see it. I'm gonna try to catch this elevator empty. Xavier, good to see you, welcome. Beautiful view of the Brooklyn Bridge right there. All right. And we're gonna keep going here because we're quickly, once we stop, we quickly accumulate audience. Brooklyn Bridge is center stage tonight. All right, let's see if we can catch this elevator alone. A lot of people up here, Juice, yeah. You could buy that apartment for $22 million. It's quite a beautiful apartment. That's right, Bobby. Oh, they're getting married. I think the engagement just happened. I think the engagement just happened. Yeah, I missed the days when nobody knew about Dumbo. Yeah, Deborah. Wow, that was a packed elevator ride coming up. There you go. All right, let's get back down. Let's do it. Oh my God, we got it. Going down, down to the rest of our lives, down to the dreams of our dreams. Will that couple get divorced? Maybe we'll find out probably not in the future. But down to the ground we go, enjoy the rest of Brooklyn Bridge Park and Dumbo, down to the Manhattan Bridge over. Stand aside, people, stand aside. Lois Campbell, good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, headphone viewers. Oh, do we have people? You know, this always happens here. People don't know how to operate the doors. See, like we have a whole other door here that can open. but people are too stupid enough not to operate it correctly. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, guys. Stand aside, people. Like fucking sheep to the moon walking through there. Like fucking sheep to the moon. Yeah, somebody gifted you a membership to Dutch Miles Plus. Y'all got a elevator ride in. As the lights of the city come up. And actually, you know what? Let's go over to... Wow, look at... Fucking Pebble Beach is packed. Dang, look how many people are over there. Holy shit. A lot of fucking people out. Nirvana fan, good to see ya. Let's head over there. And that's where we'll take some shot more city views in over there. Yeah, I hate crowded places too, Julio, but sometimes you gotta just deal with it. Living here in New York.
Word, right? Yo, Ma.
Yeah, no, Deborah, it's a lot of people out. A lot of people out. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Who is going to crack their skull on the rocks? Who is going to visit a hospital when visiting New York City? Hurry, hurry, hurry and find out. Who will win the Darwin Award? Find out, find out, find out. Anyway. You work in Midtown, Julio? I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Look at this. Holy shit. They are signs. There's signs every few feet. It's like here you could go on the rocks. Here's not a big deal. As children throw rocks at my shoes. That's cool. This is the view everybody wants. This is the view. Let's take this in. Yeah, Julio, it's tough working in Midtown. So look at that beautiful Brooklyn Bridge. Right there. Here are the statistics in number form for the Brooklyn Bridge. Its birthday just passed, May 24th, 1883. The bridge opens up. Hearing the Q train up on the Manhattan Bridge. So this is Brooklyn Bridge Park. There is no such thing as Main Street Park. I think that might be further down. I never heard of Main Street Park, to be honest, but this is Brooklyn Bridge Park. Nijar Madova, welcome. After seeing sunset, you feel like you're going to Astoria Park next to you. Nice. "141 years young, the Brooklyn Bridge." 141 years young. All right, let's climb this and somehow get out of here. Oh, okay. Google Maps says Main Street. Never heard of that before. Never heard of that before. There's no Main Street really around here. It's Brooklyn Bridge Park. And this is the first section of Brooklyn Bridge Park to open in 2010. But what do I know? Oh, there you go. Deborah knows. That's off Main Street. Maybe that's why it's called, yes. Yes, this is part of Brooklyn Bridge Park. Anyway, it is really crowded. The tourists are giving me agita. And JC Droid with a $2 super chat. JC Droid, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $2 super chat. Thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's live stream. James out there, United Kingdom, welcome. Well, what an amazing walk in the evening we have done today. If it's your first time watching this nonsense, make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name at Dutch Moz. And make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. Yes, just stand right in front of me. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyway, guys, again, subscribe, turn on the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. Yeah, let's do it again. There you go. Guys, have a great New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones, share those sweet moments, and good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Thank you so much to everyone who has super chatted. Thank you so much to everyone who's a channel member. Thank you so much to everyone who gifted channel memberships. And thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up on the video. Again, from Brooklyn Bridge Park, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.